Sawbona, Goeiemorgen, hello, and welcome to another episode of Practical Internal Medicine. I'm Ryan. I'm a board certified specialist physician. Thank you so much for joining me today. We're talking about low. How low can you go calcium? If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, well, what are you waiting for? I'd love to have your friendship on my channel. Thank you so much, everybody. Some jokes. Did you hear? Recently, calcium was fired from the bank. Apparently, he could only deposit. Okay, guys, hypocalcemia, a corrected calcium of 2.25 or below, okay, equals hypocalcemia. I'm talking about millimole per liter, okay? But generally, total serum calcium, some people say below 2.1, right? Fair enough. This is taken from the Calgary Black Book. So if you're dealing with hypocalcemia in the context of a high or a low PTH, right? So if you've got a low PTH, in the face of hypocalcemia, that's inappropriate, that's hypoparathyroidism, which can be either congenital or acquired. So congenital, DiGeorge syndrome. Acquired could be post-op in the neck for whatever reason, radiation, infiltrative disease, sarcoid, amyloid, hemochromatosis, cryoglobulinemia, it's autoimmune polyneuropathy syndrome, okay, or hypomagnesemia. But if dealing with a high PTH and is setting up a low calcium, then we can't blame PTH because PTH is doing what it's supposed to be doing, okay? Then we look at 25 hydroxy vitamin D. If it's very low, it could be malabsorption. Okay, think about celiac disease and company, shortcut, gastric bypass, liver disease, or increased vitamin D degradation. Example, anticonvulsants, very important. But if your 25 hydroxy is not very low, then you're dealing probably with chronic renal failure. Okay, and we know that the second hydroxylation of vitamin D happens in the kidney. Okay, so if that's not happening, then you understand how the patient becomes hypocalcemic, right? Severe hyperphosphatemia is up from tumor lysis, rhabdo, or oral phosphate abuse or laxatives. Okay, so you encounter the patient who has symptoms of hypocalcemia. So they may have tetany, and the clinical signs, the Schwarzschild sign, the Trousseau sign. Okay, and the patient may just complain of paresthesia, etc. So if you got an overt cause of calcium loss from the circulation, yes, then you address the calcium loss, is the acute pancreatitis, right? So remember that hypercalcemia can drive chronic pancreatitis, but a sequelae of chronic pancreatitis is hypocalcemia. Is it tumor lysis? Is it extensive transfusions? Is it osteoblastic mets? But if you can't really ascertain the overt cause of calcium loss from circulation to your PTH level, if your PTH is low, it's hypoparathyroidism. It could be post-op autoimmune infiltration, and we spoke about that, or congenital. Or remember, you could have severe magnesium deficiency because magnesium is a cofactor required for calcium absorption. But if your PTH is high, you're looking at vitamin D deficiency, vitamin D resistant, hungry bone syndrome, especially post parathyroidectomy, okay, drugs can drive it, and chronic kidney disease. And of course, the typical features of hypocalcemia will be a widening of the QT interval. Okay, remember, hypocalcemia, of course, shortening of the QT interval. Okay, my friends, Hebrews 13, verse 5 to 6 says, Never will I leave you, nor will I forsake you. So we say with confidence, The Lord is my helper. I will not be afraid. What can man do to me now? I suppose to have put verse 4. Verse 4 says, Keep yourselves free from the love of money and be content with whatever you have. And then the promise for that. So many times we have a command with a promise. The promise is never will I leave nor forsake you. But preceding that is the command, which is be content with what you have. Indeed, godliness with contentment is great gain. Amen. Have a lovely day. I'll see you soon. And here are my references. Take care. Bye.